disciplined with your morning routine. I remember being a young officer at Fort Bragg. I used to sleep in my PT uniform. When my alarm went off, I would wake up, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, shave, and be in my Jeep driving to morning formation 7 minutes after my alarm went off. So tonight when you go to bed, backwards plan how many minutes you actually need to get ready in the morning and then set your alarm. Don't snooze. Turn your alarm off, get out of bed, and have a great day. I hope you like this simple yet very important life skill. Thanks for learning. Please subscribe if you want to learn more, and don't forget to forward this video to a friend who also needs to learn this. Being late is rude and disrespectful. Elite performers are on time. One of the most important planning techniques we use in the military to stay on time is called backwards planning. It isn't rocket science, but once you get used to backwards planning, you will use it all of the time. Backwards planning begins at the end and works its way to the start. Let me give you a military example and then a more common example. We know that there is a certain bad guy terrorist who lives in a small village in western Afghanistan. This Friday, he has a meeting with a bomb maker at 9 p.m. You are working out of Kandahar. It takes exactly 2 hours via helicopter to fly to this village. You want to be there exactly at 9:15 p.m., so you must leave Kandahar exactly at 7:15 p.m. Before you go wheels up from Kandahar, you must allow the helicopter crew to do their pre-flight inspections and startup procedures. This will take 30 minutes. You must drive from your Special Forces compound to the airfield. This will take 15 minutes. You must put on your gear, check the batteries in your radios and night vision goggles, and conduct your final rehearsals with your team. This will take 90 minutes. And before all of that, you must call Fort Bragg to wish your daughter a happy birthday. This will take 10 minutes. You now know what time to call your daughter before getting ready for the mission. Let's move on to a more common use of backwards planning. Let's say you want to go mountain biking today, but you still have to meet your Uncle Pete for dinner at 7 p.m. Dinner is at the Ritz, which is 20 minutes away in heavy traffic. It will take you 10 minutes to get dressed and 5 minutes to shower. You want to mountain bike for 45 minutes so you can hit the downhill course twice. Assuming that you pop a tire and need to walk home, let's plan 20 extra minutes for a contingency plan. So if you want to have a good mountain bike ride before dinner, then you must leave your house on or before 5:20 p.m. Whether planning a special operations mission or dinner with your uncle, driving somewhere for a vacation, or picking up the kids from afternoon hobbies, backwards planning works for everything. I hope you like this simple yet very effective planning technique. Thanks for learning. Please subscribe if you want to learn more, and don't forget to forward this video to a friend who also needs to learn this.
Play Diablo 4 on Xbox Series X.
The time of prophecy has come, knights.
We have all heard the expression, work smarter, not harder. And while this expression is wise, I think it's even better to work smarter and harder. You must work smartly if you want to succeed, but you must work hard at the smart things if you want to excel. Most people out there are lazy. They want the results but aren't willing to put in the effort. You can't become a great pianist without practice and hard work. You can't become a great marksman without practice and hard work. You can't become a great soldier or entrepreneur or leader or parent without hard work. Yes, Some people are naturally gifted and more capable than the average person. But for 99.9% of us, there's no such thing as the easy button, and the easy route usually leads to mediocrity. And so if you want to improve or excel at anything, you must know the difference between doing what is dumb and doing what is smart. And then you must work hard at that which is smart. Let's look at a few examples. If you are flabby, you aren't going to get a six-pack by doing crunches for a few minutes a day. 5-minute abs is a lie. Having six-pack abs like these require a strong core, lots of weight training, and a low percentage of body fat. For most people, keeping your body fat at this level requires a lot of discipline and hard work. Building your abdominal and core strength at the gym is going to require hard work. Deliberately eating clean and healthy is going to require hard work. But you can also accelerate your progress through smart work. Some ab exercises are absolutely more effective than others. The key is to know the difference. Some diets are easier to follow and more effective than others. So you need to know what works and what is simply just good marketing. This is why it's important to work smarter. You get better at pull-ups by training for pull-ups. There isn't an easy button for getting better at pull-ups. If you want to get better at doing pull-ups, then you need to put in some hard work. But with that said, there are smart ways to get better at pull-ups and dumb ways to get better at pull-ups. The dumb way is to go to the lat pull-down machine and do 3 sets of 10 every workout for 10 years. This is guaranteed to minimize growth. The smart way to get better at pull-ups is to add weight. Vary your exercises. Vary your grips. Do negatives. Train your peripheral muscles and grip strength and core muscles. And then do all of this with intensity or hard work. I have to admit that during my Army career, I was an above average runner by Army standards, but an average or below average runner by Special Operations standards. But I always gave it 100%. I worked hard, but I worked hard stupid, not hard smart. I can't stress it enough. If you want to be successful in the military, you must learn how to run with great form. Take lessons. Ask your local track coach. If you learn how to run smartly and efficiently, then your bones, joints, muscles, and lungs are going to appreciate it. Run hard, but run smart hard. For our last example, we are going to go to a business, a job, any job, your job. It isn't enough to do the minimum, to know the basics. A good employee works smarter, not harder. This means that they know the difference between what is smart and what is dumb. But a great employee works smarter and harder. This means that they work hard doing the right things, the smart things. By working smarter and harder, you will leave your competition in the dust every time. I'm not saying you are doing things wrong, but far too often people aren't working hard enough. Sadly, sometimes when they are working hard, they are working hard doing the wrong things, the dumb things. Okay, there you have it. A simple but important concept for you to apply to your life. Work smarter and harder. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe if you want to keep learning, and be sure to forward this video to a friend who needs to see it. Life is a special operation. Are you ready for it?
The right mattress makes everything clear.
My neck feels better. I could be one of those guys that starts to wave.
The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours.
Come to Black Friday now. Save up to $600 on Sealy, plus get a free adjustable base. Mattress Firm.
How do you handle time-pressured decisions? Does it bring out your worst? Does it bring out your best? What if you're caught with your hand in the cookie jar and crumbs on your face? Do you fess up to the terrible truth, or do you try to get out of the situation with a lie? Do you buy that last product because there's only one left in inventory? Do you accept the offer because time is running out? Do you tell your boss the truth or what he wants to hear? Let's look at decision-making under pressure with a quick discussion on battle drills, deliberate decision-making, experience, intuition, tactical patience, triage, factors of time-pressured decisions, and finish off with best practices for making time-pressured decisions. As leaders, we all need to make decisions, and the better the decision, the better it will be for our teams. Let's jump into this important subject, starting with battle drills. Some situations are time-pressured, and their requirement for a deliberate decision is eliminated. If there is a fire in the building, you simply need to get out of the building. In these cases, you need a drill, not a decision. And in the military, we call them battle drills. A battle drill is initiated because a trigger is met, or on cue, with minimal input from leaders without the application of a deliberate decision-making process. It is not a decision, but is a trained response to a given time-sensitive stimulus. On the other hand, there are many models for how to deliberately make a decision. As a retired Army officer, I'm very familiar with the military decision-making process, or MDMP, and have even taught this process in several different countries. And then I retired and I earned my Project Management Professional, or PMP certificate, where I learned another unique way of making decisions. You could even just make a decision matrix, where you analyze evaluation criteria versus decision options. For example, driving to family is cheaper than flying to Paris. Eating out with your family is cheaper than eating in Paris. Staying for free at your parents' house is cheaper than staying at a hotel in Paris. So in accordance with this matrix, it is a better decision to visit your parents. But even if the matrix says stay with your parents, there are other factors at work in this deliberate decision-making process. You know that the second you get there, your parents are going to drive you crazy, so you decide that no matter what, you have to fly to Paris to be able to enjoy your vacation. And this is the art of decision-making, not just the science. There's a huge correlation between experience and making good decisions. Make a good decision and reap the rewards. Make a mistake and learn from it. A dear friend of the family once said, "If you are going to make bad decisions, then you need to feel it. And this feeling, or suffering the consequences, helps you to remember not to make the mistake again." Experience is also why our better leaders are usually the mature and older leaders. They have made mistakes and learned from them. They have been successful and learned from it. So if you want to make good decisions, then listen to the right advisors and start making decisions. You will learn from your experiences. A few years ago, I listened to an interesting audiobook about thinking and decision-making called Thinking, Fast and Slow, which proposes that we have two systems for thinking. One is slow, methodical, practical. Think of this as doing long division. One is fast, intuitive, and this involves seeing patterns and using your intuition. It tells a story from Herbert Simon's research with chess masters, who asserts that the chessboard is a situation that gives a cue to access stored information in memory, which helps provide an answer about how to move next. The chess masters recognize a pattern in the game and know how to play it to win. In application, intuition is simply recognizing patterns from stored memory or experience, which provides information to help inform decisions. So what we can learn from this is that you should not write off intuition as being less valuable than a deliberate decision-making process, because it is based off of recognizing patterns from knowledge and experience. Sometimes when you need to make a decision, it is a good idea to sleep on it, or to show some tactical patience and wait for the situation to develop. If you are able to, then slow down the momentum and take it from a time pressure decision to a deliberate one. But when time is short and you have to make an important decision, sometimes you need to forget the unsavable, eliminate the expectants, use your triage skills to focus on your priorities. Science has shown that when you are making time-pressured decisions, two trends emerge. The first trend is that under time pressure, people weigh negative information much more heavily than positive information. So if you are under pressure to respond to your boss, you might more likely tell him what he wants to hear to save your job than to tell the truth and accept the risk. The second trend is that the more time pressure people are under, the less likely that they will be able to engage in creative cognitive processing. So if you're under time pressure to book the last hotel room, then you will focus on the fear of not getting a hotel room, rather than the fact that there are hundreds of other hotels and vacation rentals still available. Let's finish off by discussing some of the industry's best practices for making time-pressured decisions. Great decisions are shaped by consideration of many different viewpoints. This doesn't mean that you should seek out everyone's opinion. The right people with the relevant expertise need to clearly articulate their views to help you broaden your perspective and make the best choice. Great decisions are made as close as possible to the action. Remember that the most powerful people at the company are rarely on the ground doing the hands-on work. Seek input and guidance from the team members who are closest to the action. Great decisions address the root cause, not just the symptoms. Although you may need to urgently address the symptoms, once this is done, you should always develop a plan to fix the root cause, or else the problem is likely to repeat itself. Great decisions balance short-term and long-term value. Finding the right balance between short-term and long-term risks and considerations is key to unlocking true value. Great decisions are timely. If you consider all of the elements listed above, then it's simply a matter of addressing each one with a heightened sense of urgency. An 80% solution now is almost always better than the 100% solution too late. Okay, there you have it, a quick discussion on time-pressured decision-making. Let me know what has helped you to make good time-pressured decisions in the past in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to join my Life as a Special Operations team, and to forward this video to a friend who needs to see it. Life is a special operation. Are you ready for it?
I'm find something at 30. I'm just watch this. It doesn't even matter. I'm not really.
Hands up.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds.
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
How I have missed you, Kratos.
What treachery is this? Another trick of the gods.
No, my son. It is me. Your father brought me here. I have waited so long.
My father?
We do not have much time. Kratos, your brother does not have much time.
Deimos?
He lives, trapped in torment, deep in death's domain.
But he's gone. You told me that he was...
I'm sorry. I had no choice but to lie. You must listen now. The Temple of Ares in Sparta holds the secret that will lead to your brother. The road will not be easy, but you must help him. You must, Kratos. He needs you.
This cannot be. Why? Why would you do this?
Your father forbid me to tell you.
My father? Who is my father?
Finally, I am free. Find your brother, Kratos. Go to Sparta. Find Deimos. He needs you.
Mother! What have I done?
With her last breath, she released the weight of her burden and finally found the peace she had long sought. But for Kratos, the rage was almost palpable. Fate had once again pushed him to the brink of madness.
Spartan never lets his back hit the ground. Right, brother?
I will not lose you again, Deimos. Come! The fight is not over.
You must act. Free the enthralled spirits and harness necrotic energy. Master the art of necromancy.
Deimos!
Kratos looked, but his daughter was nowhere to be seen. In the middle of the room sat a graceful figure, a figure he recognized all too well. Persephone, wife of Hades, and queen of the undead.
Where is my daughter, witch?
Choose your words carefully, Ghost of Sparta. You address the goddess of the underworld. Your daughter is well. She lives among the pure souls in the Elysian fields.
Lead me to her!
Have you forgotten, Kratos? The Olympians need you. They slumber at the hand of Morpheus.
I have faithfully served the gods, yet they do not give me what I ask. I grow weary of their demands.
The gods on Olympus failed me too, Kratos. I was betrayed by Zeus and tricked by my husband Hades. Now I am to stay in the underworld as Queen of the Dead, to serve the fallen and care for them as my own children.
Persephone! I demand to see my daughter!
As you wish. If Calliope is your true desire, I can help you. But be warned, Ghost of Sparta. The world of man will suffer because of your choice.
I care little for the world and its suffering! Where is she?
If you are to see your daughter again, you must become worthy of Elysium. Cast your weapons at the Forsaken Tree, and let it release the evils of your past. Only then will you be free of your sins, and be granted passage through the divine gates.
Calliope!
Father?
My child.
Why did you go?
I am here now, child. And I will not leave you again.
I have watched over you pathetic mortals for 1,000 years, and it is always the same. Serving yourself before the needs of others has always been your flaw. But no matter. For now you serve my purpose. It is time for all that came before to end. The Titan will fulfill his role and finish what I have started. I released Atlas.
You?
As you were pathetically disarming yourself, Atlas completed the task I set him out to do. With the power of the sun in his hands, it is only a matter of time before he destroys the pillar that holds the world. And Olympus with it.
But why?
Do you think it was my choice to wed a man I did not love? Live a life I did not choose? I was betrayed by the very gods that once saw me as their own. But no more. Once the pillar is destroyed, the world will revert into chaos.
And what is to become of you?
I will have my peace and be free from this miserable existence. I will perish, but it is my choice.
Father? What's happening? I'm scared.
In your selfish choice to be with your daughter, you have caused her ruin.
No.
Elysium falls too, Kratos. She will perish.
No! I will not let the gods take her from me again!
Father!
The choice was clear to him, yet impossible to make. To stay with his daughter meant the end of the world and the end of her. To stop Persephone and Atlas would mean forsaking his daughter forever. While his hatred and anger for the gods grew ever stronger, he knew there was but one thing to do.
Play Diablo 4.
The time of prophecy has come, knights.
If we can't stop Lilith, we'll all be damned.
I would say the most valuable tool that NCASA offered was just being able to have an area where coaches could come just view my film
That really just triggered everything in my process. It wasn't something where I had to send out my film hoping that somebody's going to take the time to see it. I knew that if coaches were coming on the NCSA website to view my film, they were going to view it. Coming from the point of my junior year, not knowing if I wanted to play or not,